You know we got a dead Tariq, right?
I know.
Shit. What is it? They're here and there's fucking more on the way.
Don't worry about it. We'll get to the bottom of it.
What's up with this? You doing some new marketing?
You better not be fucking with me.
Why the fuck would I be fucking with you, huh? Just letting you know that you might have some new competition around here, that's it.
And you're sure about this?
Found him on campus.
Take him off the board. And discreetly.
So you telling me you don't know shit about who dealing that Stansfield?
Bro, who is Stanfield?
Shit ain't really adding up, Effie. Because my guy just got back to me and they never heard of Roman dealing at Stansfield. How do I know you and Tariq ain't trying to run a long game?
You want revenge?
I need Noma coming around here sniffing shit out.
I gotta become the apex predator.
But know when enough is enough.
Just say the word.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video. In this one, we're talking about the death of Effie. It's the mid-season finale. Everyone's expecting a big, impactful death of a major character, and I offer up Effie because the setup by Tariq is already there from episode 1 all the way up to episode 4 of this season, of how he could use her texting him in episode 1, her helping him get a new plug, take down Roman, and join Zion's operation against her to have Kane and Noma take her out once and for all, because we know Kane is going to be in the fighting ring this coming episode fighting against Zion. Of course, he's going to be able to connect that back to Roman, and we do see him and Noma show up at Tariq and Brayden's party. We overhear Tariq saying they know everything about what we got going on, and he's going to be able to pin this all on Effie and get her brought down. And I think that's why we see a meetup of Kane, Noma, Davis, and Tariq within this episode. Also, with us receiving this new exclusive photo that looks like Noma showing Effie some sort of product. She's getting exposed, getting caught up, and I think in that meetup with Davis and Tariq, he's gonna be able to also provide the text message that she saved him from Kane and the rest of them in episode 1. But I'm gonna go ahead and break it all down. As usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Now we got to start from episode 1 of this season and work our way up of how all of this is going to connect. Now we know in episode 1 they all were set to go and kill Tariq, get him out the way. And Effie, she was with Kane the entire time. They started kissing, and even he was like, "Are you trying to distract me? What's going on?" He told her, "You know we got to dead your boy Tariq," and she was like, "I know." But later that night, when they're at Stansfield, they get alerted that of course Tariq and Brayden are there. She decides to text Tariq, letting him know that they know his location and there's multiple people trying to kill him right now. And the funny part about all this is when Kane and Effie are chasing after him and he get away, he kind of peeps and notices something about her right away, that something is a little off, but he doesn't really say anything. He just says, "I'm gonna get to the bottom of this." Keep that in mind. Going forward, though, we see in episode 2, Effie tries to ask Tariq, are they good now? Is everything okay? Are they straight? And Tariq is like, fuck no, they're not. And he even tells Brayden within this episode, towards the end, Brayden asked him, what about Effie, Kane, Noma, the Tejadas, all of them? And Tariq tells him they're gonna get what's coming to them.
What would happen with Effie, the Tejadas, and when that fuck is
Effie,
over?
fuck the Tejadas. They'll get what the fuck is coming to them.
As well as we hear Brayden asking him in his new trailer, what do you want? Revenge?
What do you want? Revenge?
So he has this set on his mind, and now it's pretty much in motion. We know him and Brayden got back in the game. They went to Zion, and Zion said he had no spots open. So they had to come up with a new plan to get rid of someone so that they could get in on it. And of course, that's when Roman came into place. Tariq took the drugs he put on the table and lied to Effie and told her that Roman was selling on Stansfield. Of course, she's not gonna have that. She took it back to Noma, and Noma told Kane to eliminate this problem. Kane already knew about Roman. He didn't know he was selling at Stansfield, so he pulled up on some other random nigga was asking him questions and shit, and he specifically told Kane he don't know who Stansfield is. So Kane was already questioning that, but he still went through with what Noma told him to do and blew up Roman's shipment. And with that blowing up, Don Carter and the rest of the police got on the scene, were able to track the license plate back to Roman and get him arrested. So with him out the way now, Tariq and Brayden was able to fill into that spot. But once again, Kane knew something was up. He questioned Effie at the end of this episode, basically telling her, I talked to my guys, they never heard of Stansfield, Roman wasn't moving here, and he specifically says, how do I know you and Tariq aren't trying to play the long game? So now this is two instances where he feels something fishy is going on, that Tariq and Effie is in the mix with each other one way or another. Now that we broke down the setup, we could get into how this all comes crashing down on Effie. As we know, Kane once again is going to be in the fighting rings, fighting Zion specifically. We don't know if this is before or after him and Noma goes to Tariq's party and see that he's dealing drugs again. But let's say it's before and he finds out that Roman was connected to Zion. He will be able to lead it back to Effie, and he'll be looking for information about who took Roman's spy. And I think that's why they get into this fight, because Kane will win. They get the information about Tariq and Brayden probably, and then him and Noma show up at these parties. And that's why we also hear Tariq in the trailer once again saying they know about everything we're doing.
Know exactly what the fuck we got going on.
I think they get this information, track it back to Tariq, and then there'll be more to question about Effie, because they would think she would have known Tariq was back in the game and that she possibly helped him. Because remember, once again, Kane just asked, how does he know they're not playing a long game? Because now it's going to look more and more like that. But this also continues, because we see in this club scene or at this party with Kane, Noma, and Tariq, Kane pulls out a gun on Tariq. We can see them standing next to one another, but he doesn't pull the trigger. He doesn't take him out, and people are questioning why. I thought because Anya was possibly at the party and they played it off like, oh, Noma's looking for her daughter, and we know Anya and Tariq are gonna sleep together in this episode. So if that's gonna become her new boyfriend, then Noma is unable to take him out. She already took out Anya's father once before. She can't take out anyone else close to her without revealing who she actually is, what she actually does. And if Anya is at this party, then she would notice Kane, because she met Kane and Effie when they were at Noma's house in episode 3. So I think they'll have to give Tariq a pass in this instance, but him telling Brayden they know everything that's going on, they're going to be trying to take him out. And that's why we hear Noma tell Kane, I can't wait to see his body turn cold, and Kane says, just say the word.
Can't wait to see his body turn cold.
Just say the word.
Now comes the part where he's able to dump it on Effie. Of course, we know there's going to be a meetup, like I said, between Tariq, Davis, Noma, and Kane. Noma can't take him out because of her daughter. Now, in this, he's going to be able to lie and say that Effie's been helping him the whole time. Say that she helped him get his new plug. Obviously, once again, it's going to connect her back to Roman, the shit she gave Noma, everything like that. And then they're going to want proof. How can he prove or show this? And he can show the text messages of when Effie helped him survive in episode 1. This could be proof that she's been looking out for him, and he could use that as leverage to say, hey, y'all take out Effie and we good. And I think Noma and Kane will strongly want to do this for the simple fact that we just saw the same scenario happen with Obi. We saw that the green cards with Tariq, they made a deal in the last episode, so Obi helped him escape. And once that got discovered by Drew due to Obi's cousin, he revealed that to Noma, and she took that nigga out right away. And she feels like Tariq is currently an enemy, so if he comes with information that Effie possibly helped him, I think they will eliminate her as well. And I think, of course, this is where we get this scene with this exclusive photo with them confronting Effie once and for all, possibly about to take her out. They're showing her this product or whatever, and she's not really gonna have no way to defend herself. And at this point, I don't think Kane will be desperate to save her. They have been fighting. Of course, now he's sleeping with Noma. He's her number 2. He's looking at his future. So I think Effie in this situation just might be doomed. There's nothing she could really do to get out of it, and Tariq set her up perfectly. Also, we heard Effie said to Diana, with Noma, you're either in or out with a bullet.
Okay, because with Noma, you're either in or you're out with a bullet. Your choice.
And to be fair, this is exactly what Effie deserves. We even just heard her in the last episode talking to Tariq, talking about with the game they're in, you can't trust no one.
With what we're doing, you can't count on trust or loyalty. Doesn't matter who it is. And you should know about that more than anyone.
Of course he should know that, because you betrayed my nigga at the bare minimum 3 fucking times. Way back at Cho, getting him kicked out of school, stealing his fucking product and selling without him. Then you of course go behind his back to tell Kane about Lauren, but then go and try to take out Lauren yourself, and then you decide to let Noma know he knows about her daughter Anya and stand there and watch him get killed. You definitely had this coming. So if Tariq does put all this in motion and set it up to where Effie takes the fall for everything, I think this is how he gets out the situation perfectly, especially with the episode 6 description that of course we're not going to get the episode till September, but it talks about him and Braden trying to get back in Noma's good graces. So he's gonna find a way to work with Noma once again. As long as it ain't with Effie, I'm not mad at it. But also, I told you guys they had the character descriptions for all the characters coming into the season, and for some reason Effie's the only one who's is like completed within the first 5 episodes. I'm about to read hers right now. It says, entering season 4, Effie Morales is very aware that the game will only end in one way for her, so she doubles down on herself and her ultimate goal, a PhD in robotics from Stanford, and she needs to get to Stanford as soon as possible before she gets in any deeper and finds it impossible to get out of the life. With the help of Professor Bennett, she applies to a co-term program that will allow her to finish up her undergraduate degree and begin her PhD studies at Stanford. But once Effie is officially accepted and the future she's dreamt up is within reach, she questions whether or not she's ready to leave behind everything she knows for it. There's one thing we know for sure about Effie, however: she's a survivor. Now, once again, her storyline is kind of complete when you read hers in comparison to someone like Kane or Drew's, who obvious we have more to their story to see. Drew's talking about an unforeseen alliance. I made a video about that, and him and Don Carter going forward. Kane still wanting to take out Drew and Diana. His new relationship with Noma being her number 2, how that's going to continue to pan out, pin him against his siblings for the rest of the season. Even Detective Carter's, you could see there's still more storyline to be told to see going forward. But Effie's, on the other hand, it seems like this is where her story ends. We already got the scenes of the professor trying to help her get in at Stanford, her giving it up to come help Kane with the Russians. We saw her writing her new report when she got into the argument with Kane. I don't really know. And even within episode 4, she had like one 45-second scene with Tariq and wasn't in the rest of the episode. I feel like she's the character that's been least utilized throughout this season. Like, her storylines aren't as important as like Diana's pregnancy and shit like that. So I could possibly see them making her the mid-season finale dead. It all adds up. It's all set up already, in my opinion, and I think this is exactly how it will go down. Overall though, that's it for this video. You can leave all your thoughts and opinions on everything down below. This is the mid-season finale. We're expecting it to feel like a real finale with them going on a 2-month break. So we're expecting a big, a major, impactful death. If you don't think it's Effie, let me know who do you believe it will be down below, and how do you see it actually happening. I think Don Carter is gonna play a bigger role going forward. Diana, of course, worried about her pregnancy. Kane versus Drew, that's gonna continue through the rest of the season. We have a lot to look forward to. I'm not gonna lie, the more I watch these scenes and break them down, the more I'm mad about the 2-month break. Like, it's just so unnecessary. But I do realize that, of course, Book Forest and Raising Kanan aren't done filming. Forest especially got pushed back by the writer's strike, so I think this break is kind of helped to bridge the gap, so that when we do finally get the actual finale of Book Ghost, it leads right into Book Forest, into Raising Kanan, and so on and so forth. As usual, you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.